Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing game number 5 out of the best of 5. This is Ohana, I believe, as a map, and the tournament is called the Zotac number 114. This is TSLHyuN as the Zerg player in the top left versus EmpireKas as the Terran player in the bottom right. And yeah, as I said, last game of the series, last game of this final, and yeah, hopefully we will see some spectacular play. So once again, the dotted line is to show what the player is actually selecting at that point, so you can see a little bit of what they're doing. So most of them are kind of like selecting it like this, and then selecting something else, just to keep their hands warm, and that's why you see them selecting the SCV so often, because obviously you don't need to. All you need to do is just be here and press S, D, S, D, S, V for Overlord. And yeah, it's pretty stupid, but that's the way it is. And for this guy, it's just selecting this and hitting S, S, S. And then of course build supply depot every now and then. Or build hatchery every now and then. So yeah, the Overlord is coming in to scout whether or not there is an expansion coming up. Because, oh, never mind. His drone already saw whether there is an expansion coming up. And he is going to attempt once again to destroy that SCV. This time not being successful. He is successful in drawing 2 more SCVs off the line. And that makes up for the, well, for sending out that drone. The drone is going to run back home now, because no, it's not going to. It's going to try to pick up this kill, and it's at 5 health. No, he's not going to be able to do that. Trying to delay this even further, and he is at 35 health, but not going to get anything else done, because he's going to die otherwise. So yeah, the drones do regenerate health, although it's not very quickly, and he is going to search for this one. And where is it? It's over here. It's in the middle of the pack, so he's not going to be able to reach it. And wow. Apparently doesn't have anything better to do than just harass, because, well, that's what the pros do. They have plenty of APM, actions per minute, for those of you who don't know, and they just want to do something with it in the early game, when all they get to do is press S, D, S, D. Let's select drone, select larva, and then build drone, or V for Overlord, or Z for Zergling. It's pretty easy, but yeah, that's all they have to do. And this is going to be well, I guess another Zergling and an Overlord or something like that. First the Overlord, okay, of course. And then one of the drones is going to get, or no, all of the drones are going to get turned into something after they spawn, the Overlord spawns. And there you go. Lots of drones going off, apparently 4 drones. And he is building that speed upgrade for the Zerglings, building some Zerglings. And finally we have some Marines coming in. So we have 2 barracks here. One with the tech lab, one with the reactor. The reactor is going to get switched out with the factory. So once it completes, the factory will lift off, the barracks will lift off, the factory will land at the reactor, and we will see some Hellions coming out. And yeah, the Zerglings just running around here, trying to scout where the enemies are. And they are grouping up here. the Marines seeing all of these Zerglings and just hoping that they won't get caught, but yeah, obviously they will get caught. And the one Zergling running in, that was kind of a waste. And because it's not a tight wall, and he could have actually ran past, but didn't manage to, because these Hellions just in time to snipe that, and he's going to build well, pretty decent defense here. It's not well, a complete wall off, as I said, and yeah, because of the bunker here and the Hellions, it's not going to matter at all. So all of these Zerglings now going to go back to the base just to defend against a drop or something like that. Really no reason to stay there. And actually setting fire to a palm tree. Come on, man. Be aware of your environment. Don't do that. So unnecessary. Are they going to pick off the destructible rocks between the two bases? Which is very nice. It allows you to defend a lot better. And yeah, well, the Hellions just chilling. Seems they are perfectly happy here. They don't want to engage. Starport is coming up, and yeah, we will see if oh, he's picking off the destructible rocks as well. And the starport is actually built next to the reactor, so it's going to build some medevacs and maybe some Vikings. You never know. Vikings are very useful against Zerg because they can pick off the overlords. And the only thing against them is, well, apart from the queens, are flying units. And the Vikings are really good against a lot of the flying units. So that is, of course, an excellent solution. Well, I guess the Hydralisks are, well, can be used against air units as well, so against the Vikings, but Hydralisks are not really good against anything else. So yeah, you normally don't build them. So we have a number of these barracks coming up, and the starport not actually producing anything. Spire coming up, and there may actually be an air fight here, because if he has, no, he's going to build medevacs, but if he's going to build enough of the air units, then the Zerg player may actually go into Corruptors. And Corruptors, yeah, they are probably the best anti-air unit in the game. Don't know exactly what the numbers are, but they seem to be really good. And yeah, of course, this Marine is so screwed. Oh man. So yeah, he did see that coming in, and the Zerglings are perfectly happy just chilling at their own base, it seems. New base is coming up, and the Terran player is moving out a little bit, just defending in front of his base instead of in his base. One siege tank coming up. Don't know if he has any more. Yeah, he has 3 already. Oh, sorry. Which means that he's going to do pretty well. Again, picking off the destructible rocks here to make the defense a little bit easier. And the one Marine sent in to scout his base. He sees that there is a base up and is going to immediately attack it. It's obviously not going to work out. Oh, that's so sad. You wouldn't want to be that Marine, man. That's a human life we're talking about. I mean, sending out some of these insects, that's okay, but I guess Zerglings aren't insects. I don't know if they have 6 legs. They seem to have 4, but well, I don't know what else they would be. So anyhow, the Marines coming in here, and Marines coming in here, and we have a large amount of them, in fact. So let's see how many we actually have. That's 59 versus the 98 Zerglings and 14 Banelings. Yeah, Banelings can easily wipe out that entire, entire group if they clump up too much, especially if a fungal growth lands on them. And we are seeing the Mutalisks here. The Mutalisks which aren't going to be very, well, super good. Let's call it that. Because of all of these Marines. Marines are very good against the Mutalisks. But yeah, well, we will have to see. It's all about positioning, of course. It's all about which unit is hitting which unit. And yeah, we did see the infestation pit coming up. And that means infestors, and infestors are really good against Marines, especially in combination with these banelings, because banelings are the bane of these Marines. I know that was not intended to be, but that's why they are called banelings. And all of the Zerglings coming in, and they are going to melt to these tanks. So many tanks. And wow, picking off all of these Marines with the banelings, but still more Marines are in. Did he lose all of his 66 Zerglings being produced? But I think he lost his entire army there, the Zerg player. And he's going to lose this base. And yeah, the Marines are just going to run straight in. They are probably not full health anymore. No, they are not, so they're going to die to these Zerglings. Still, how many Zerglings are left? 30 Zerglings, that's not enough for a counterattack, because there are 39 Marines over there. And they all got produced pretty much instantly. Because he has so many barracks. Let's see, that's 7 barracks actually. And more of them coming up, 2 more over here. And let's see, he has he doesn't have them on a hotkey. Oh, here, 12 barracks coming up. Oh, he does have the factories there as well and the starport, so okay. Yeah, if all of them have different hotkeys, I don't know that, but if they all have different hotkeys for what you're building, then it's okay. But otherwise you're building things that you don't want to build. It doesn't display the hotkeys here. But having all of your buildings on the same key is pretty good for macroing, I guess. So that's not true, it seems, for... Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is true for the Zerg player. He has one key which he can hit, the 0, which he can hit to get all of his larvae, and then just hit the S for select larvae, and then build whatever he wants to build. So anyhow, huge armies now against each other, and the Zerg creep has spread all the way to the Terran base. The Thor is under some heavy attack, but it is going to live, and most of the Zerglings did die there. So the creep spread is, as I said, across most of the field now, and he is going to scan a little bit to get that out of here. So the Raven would be a very good solution to all of this this creep, because it can actually destroy the creep pretty efficiently, because it can see all of the creep tumors and it can place all the turrets and all kinds of goodies. But it is too expensive to build. You need to upgrade your tech, and you don't want to do that. So that's why they tend to use the scan. Oh man, everything getting destroyed here. So even the extractor is going down. Normally people leave them, but he wants to make sure that nothing survives, and getting the siege on, because these ultralisks have been spotted, and yeah, against siege tanks, so tanks in siege mode, you definitely don't want to push, and you definitely don't want to push with ultralisks, because you're going to lose all of your ultralisks. So these Zerglings have to pick off the tanks, and one tank is okay. I mean, one tank is still available, and it's going to do splash damage, alright, but he is going to pick up most of that without losses. And in the meantime, the Terran player is coming back. But these Ultralisks are going to do heavy damage to everything. They're going to pick up these two supply depots, the barracks. This barracks can actually just fly off. I don't know why it's not flying off. And he actually GG'd? Hang on, I missed something then. Okay, there were more Ultralisks coming in from behind, and I was focusing on the ones in the front. So yeah, this new troop is coming in, and yeah, I just didn't see that coming in. Here's the new troop of Banelings and Zerglings and such, and his whole army gets picked off. Yeah, I didn't see this entire army. It didn't even matter, because obviously he's going to produce an army at some point. But the Ultralisk, no, not destroying the entire army. I thought so, but yeah, he pretty much had. I don't understand. He had plenty of army left. He had 2 Thors at, well, virtually full health. He had a lot of Marines still. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting to turn that back on. He had 67 Marines. There are only 2 Overlords here, Ultralisks here. So I think the Zerg player may have surrendered first, but we didn't see it. No, and this guy left the game. The other guy didn't leave the game. I don't understand, but oh. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. It must have switched the colors. No, the colors are indeed switched. Okay, that's why I didn't understand. The Zerg player actually surrendered, because this is EmpireKas, and TSLHyuN surrendered, and that is this guy, the guy with the Zerg units. So that makes more sense. That makes a whole lot more sense. But oh man, why did it switch the colors? Why is this in red and this in, or is he in blue here? Because I can't switch the colors, as you can see. Anyway, being confused is all part of the game. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. The Terran player was definitely winning this, and he didn't have the income necessary. He lost 2 of his bases because of that that excellent push, and wanted to go all in with that last attack, and yeah, it didn't work out. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.